Hello guys, I'm Kiri, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna talk about the very first and original Ferrari 308 GTB Vetroresina, which translated mean fiberglass body car. Ferrari was very famous with its V12 engines, but in some time Enzo Ferrari realized that to make the car better needed to be lighter. So the engine was one of the factors for the perfect balance, performance and stability. He even used to say, just make the engine more powerful and you're gonna win. But times change. The rival Lotus had big advantage, small engine and light bodywork. Ferrari made the first step with the 1966 Ferrari 206 GT Dino, the first road car with V6 light engine and aluminum body panels. The car was very successful. Later they updated to 2.4 liter but still body panels. Anyway, Ferrari knew it they need cheap, lightweight car, and in 1975 was presented the new two-seater rear mid-engine Ferrari 308 GTB, the car in front of us. This car was based on the 2 years early model Ferrari 308 GT4, which was 2+2, made by Bertone, but again rear mid-engine. The GTB was something different. The 3 letters stands for Gran Turismo Berlinetta and was the first glass fiber body Ferrari, but wasn't like a Lotus, all structure made from glass fiber. Here in 308 we have a steel frame and on top of the frame where the glass fiber panels are. Many people saying that this 308 Ferrari never get rust, but actually they rusting very badly. Probably because you can't see under the glass fiber what's going on. You see only the face and you think everything is okay. Also because there is not good ventilation and the condense stains under the panel, so in that case the rust appears. Let's leave the problem on the side, because this car was and still is an amazing sports car. It's one of my favorite cars, and when I saw the car for the first time, my first impression was the design. It's so impressive. And even near 50 years later still makes the people to turn their heads and admire the design. The car was presented for the first time at the October 1975 Paris Motor Show and later became the most successful Ferrari ever. As we mentioned earlier, was the first fiberglass body Ferrari, 308 Gran Turismo Berlinetta, where 308 mean 3-liter 8-cylinder engine. The V8 engine was from 308 GT4 with 4 twin Weber carburetors and producing 255 horsepower. Was transversely mounted behind the cabin in front of the rear wheels and engaged to the 5-speed dogleg manual gearbox. These early Ferraris are the most powerful, but we're gonna talk about this little bit later. In 1977, Ferrari decided to skip the fiberglass material in favor of the conventional steel. For some people it was very strange, but actually was a reason. They desperately need an open version GTS Gran Turismo Spider, but was impossible to give enough strength and rigidity to the bodywork, if was with glass fiber. That's why they decided to go to use a steel, just to make the car more strong. So from that moment, all the Ferrari 308 models GTB or GTS, as well the 2-liter versions 208 turbo or non-turbo, even the latest updated 328 versions are made entirely from steel. But this is a different topic. Now we need to concentrate on the very first and original Ferrari 308 GTB Vetroresina. For the mid-70s was really fast car, accelerating from 0 to 62 miles per hour or 100 kilometers per hour just for 6.5 seconds, and maximum speed 255 kilometers per hour or approximately 160 miles per hour. But this was possible thanks to the 4 Weber carburetors, 255 horsepower and more importantly, the very lightweight. The fiberglass body 308 GTB weighed over 1 ton, to be more precise, approximately or near 1200 kilograms. Compared with later steel-bodied Ferrari 308, approximately 1350 kilograms, there was a huge difference. These early 308 are as well the most pure Ferraris, let's say in many aspects. Even the wheels are just 14 inch, and together with the high profile, not that wide tires, 205 7014, the car looks really a bit old, but very original. But this was the size for the time. Even the first 1974 Lamborghini Countach LP 400 periscope view has 14-inch alloy wheels. The other thing what makes the Ferrari 308 GTB Vetroresina very distinctive is that they had dry sump engine for the European market, and they never been exported actually to America. They had single exhaust pipe on the left side and visually smaller front and the bumper air dam. But during the years, many of these early 308 were updated to 15 or 16-inch alloy wheels and 4 exhaust pipes, like the later models. So just to make the car to look like the latest Ferrari. But now is different time and everyone wants the car to be original as how they left the factory. There is not a power steering wheel, but because the engine is on the back and very narrow tires, that doesn't affect on the driving experience. Even by many car owners, the steering is very light and the handling is just amazing. The wheelbase is 2 meter 340 millimeters, so it's kind of short wheelbase. The length of the car is 4 meter 230 millimeters, is wide 1 meter 720 millimeters, and is high just 1 meter 120 millimeters. The designer was Pininfarina, of course, but we need to mention one name: Leonardo Fioravanti, the main designer of Pininfarina, and under his supervision he created some of the most beautiful Ferraris we know. From Ferrari Daytona, Ferrari Dino, 365 BB, later 512 BB, Ferrari 288 GTO, F40, 348, etc. etc. So the fact that this Ferrari 308 was designed by Leonardo Fioravanti explaining enough. As we mentioned earlier, the fiberglass 308 GTB was in production only for 2 years, 1975 to 1977. And for this period, Ferrari built only 808 Vetroresina cars. Today they are the most desirable and of course the most expensive. Fiberglass body V8 mid-rear engine, 2926cc, 255 horsepower, 5-speed dog-leg manual gearbox, rear-wheel drive only, limited slip differential, what you want more. Was a dream car for 1975 and the real successor of the 246 GT GTS Dino. And imagine, Dino was very successful as well. But this new 308 just went over and was well received all over the world. All the car dealers were asking for this new model and they wanted more and more. And here is the other conspiration, let's say, why they changed to steel body. Because as well was more difficult for the Scaglietti to make the fiberglass bodies in time. They had limited capacity as well. That's why Ferrari decided to change to steel panels, which production was very fast and they were producing the cars very quick and of course make the dealers very happy. But we don't know if this is true. Was more beneficial for Ferrari as well. We didn't mention something very important. Just one part of the car wasn't made from glass fiber, and this was the hood, which by the way was made by aluminium, again light material. We don't know how many survive today from the all 808 being made, but probably not more than 500. And this makes the Vetroresina 308 a real collectible item these days. Because also is the most distinctive of all 308, featuring fiberglass body, more powerful V8 with 4 twin Webers and dry sump lubrication. Later when they switched to the fuel injection, because of the new regulations, everything went down. The power, the performance, the handling, but still was the most beautiful Ferrari. 4 disc brakes, all independent suspension, lightweight, perfect balance, and the car was like a rocket. There was a rival for this car which actually makes the life of this Ferrari very hard, and this was the Porsche 911 Turbo, or well known as a 930. Both cars were introduced at the same time, 1975, but the Porsche was with turbocharger when the Ferrari is naturally aspirated. When they changed to Bosch Jetronic fuel injection in 1980, the power went down to 227 and later 214 horsepower. But the Ferrari customers were not happy with the power, and in 1982 they decided to make another change, Ferrari 308 4 valve, or 4 valves per cylinder. The bottom engine was the same, but different heads with 4 valves per cylinder, and producing 240 horsepower. Again fuel injected. This was more refined car with better performance, but still not good like the original Ferrari 308 Vetroresina. But finally, next update in 1985 was something different, 10 years after the original 308. The model 328 GTB or GTS. Here, the engine was enlarged from 3 liter to 3.2 liters, from where actually the new name is coming, Ferrari 328. For some people, this is the best Ferrari from this series, with 270 horsepower, of course much better performance. For the Italian market was created a special 2-liter versions, Ferrari 208 GTB GTS, because of the low taxes up to 2 liters, but this was very unloved because of the only 155 horsepower. Again very unhappy customers, and later they switched to new model, but again with 2 liters, Ferrari GTB Turbo or GTS Turbo. The same 2-liter capacity with single KKK turbocharger and producing 217 horsepower. This was a lovely car with performance similar to the 3-liter engine. Ferrari 308 also was used as a rally car. Not many people knows that, was not that successful rally car actually. The car was prepared by Michelotto for Group 4 or Group B as well in the World Rally Championship. 11 cars are produced for Group 4 with power between 290 to 330 horsepower. For Group B cars, where again the power was approximately and over 300 horsepower. Was a movie star as well. You can see Ferrari 308 in many movies, but one is very famous, the Magnum, with a red Ferrari 308 GTS. So on the end, Ferrari 308 was very inspirational car. Thanks to this first V8 two-seater Ferrari, we have today all army of the same conception cars, just they moved the position of the engine from transversely to longitudinally. In 1989 is came the replacement Ferrari 348, which was actually a very cool car with 300 horsepower, and then in 1994 the Ferrari 355 arrived with 380 horsepower, and then in 1999 Ferrari 360 Modena 400 horsepower, and then in 2005 is came Ferrari F430, 2011 Ferrari F458 Italia, 2016 Ferrari 488 with the turbochargers, and 2020 came the latest of these V8 engines, Ferrari F8 Tributo, the last one with the V8 engine. So it's just great car. This car in front of us is from the very first Ferrari 308 GTB Vetroresina, was first registered this particular car in 9th of October 1976, so it's from the very first examples, the fiberglass body cars, which are made just for 2 years, we said early, from 1975 to 1977. So guys, I hope you liked the video about this very early Ferrari 308 Vetroresina. If you like, please subscribe my channel, and see you next time guys, bye!